Hey, this is Eamon. If you caught the last episode, you know I was down with COVID and had to take it easy. But today I'm feeling better and I'm tackling Kamakura head on. Today we're answering the big question, can you do Kamakura in one day? We'll hit the Enoshima Island, the slam dunk anime crossing, and the Great Buddha, all before sunset. If you've ever struggled to plan a day trip figuring out trains, where to eat, what's actually worth your time, this video will save you hours of research. And if you can't travel right now, think of this as your front row seat to Kamakura. By the end, you'll have a complete one-day Kamakura itinerary with money-saving tips and exact routes that I used, even starting late, so you can just follow along and enjoy. Kamakura is a coastal city just south of Tokyo, only about 30 minutes from Yokohama where I started this morning. It's known as the Kyoto of Eastern Japan, with over 60 temples, 19 shrines, and a relaxing beach town vibe. The first half of the day is all about exploring the Enoshima Island, Kamakura's little offshore neighbor, connected to the mainland by this bridge. It's a compact island filled with shrines, caves, and seafood restaurants, and views of the Shonan coast. The Kamakura Enoshima Pass is the easiest way to get around. Unlimited rides on Enoden line plus discounts on Enoshima attractions, like the sea candle, Iwaya Caves, and even the escalator up the island. And honestly, riding the Enoden is an experience by itself. In the small retro green train that winds through the neighborhood, runs right next to the beach, and even crosses busy streets with cars just a few feet away. It feels less like a commuter train and more like a scenic ride, one of the reasons Kamakura day trips are so popular. But more on that later. If you have the full morning, here's how I would do Enoshima. Start at the top with the shrines, and if you're short on time, use the escalators, take you up in about 4 minutes. Then wander the Samuel-Kokin Garden, which is a botanical garden. Then head up to the sea candle for a full sweep of Shonan coast. To save your legs, you can also hop on the Ben 10 Maru boat back towards the bridge. This is what my friends did actually. But because I was sick, I had to skip a lot of these, so I headed straight for lunch instead. My first stop was a seafood restaurant called Enoshima Uomi-tei, which is built right on the edge of the island. I ordered their Enoshima-don, which is a rice bowl combo. It is a local specialty. It's cooked shirasu or white base simmered with eggs and soy sauce, then poured over rice. Eating this over the cliff with the ocean right in front of me was such a moment. The waves crashing, sea breeze coming in, and this comforting warm bowl in my hand. It was the perfect way to start the day. With a full stomach, I was ready to explore the island, starting with the famous Iwaya Caves. The caves are only accessible at low tide, so their paths sometimes close during high tide or rough seas. That's why it feels extra special when you can walk in safely. At the entrance to Cave 1, they give you a small candle. The light is faint, the walls rough, and the air gets cooler as you step deeper. There are two main caves, Cave 1 and Cave 2. Cave 1 itself splits into two paths. The left-hand side is shrouded in mystery. Locals once believed that its deepest points connected all the way to Fuji Ice Cave on Mount Fuji. Now we'll move on to the right-hand side. The right-hand side is historically sacred. At the back, it's set to mark the birthplace of Enoshima Shrine, tying cave directly to the island's spiritual origins. Honestly, exploring this feels like I'm back in my childhood, playing Pokemon and wandering through those in-game caves. Anyone else getting that same vibe? It would be pretty sick if a Geodude or a Zubat pops out. Anyway, let's move on to Cave 2. Cave 2 is where the legend comes alive. Legend says that the caves were once home to the 5-headed dragon that protected Enoshima. Locals claim when you clap in front of the statue, the dragon hears you and responds. The response isn't just echo. The cavern lighting changes, the thunderous rumble may follow, and the whole cave feels like it's reacting to her presence. The Iwaya Caves aren't long, but they're atmospheric, and if you catch them at low tide, they're one of the most unique stops on Enoshima. After leaving Enoshima, we took Enoden towards Kamakura and stopped at Kamakura Kokomai Station. This is home to one of Japan's most iconic train crossings, made famous worldwide by the 90s basketball anime Slam Dunk. Even if you never watched it, you've probably seen the shot. The ocean on one side and the green Enoden train passing through. The fans lined up trying to recreate the opening scene. If you want a good photo, be patient. Train comes every 10 minutes or so, and it can get crowded, especially on weekends. Stand behind the white line and wait for your turn. Locals still need to cross here every day. And finally, Kotoku-in, home of the Great Buddha of Kamakura. Built in the 13th century, this bronze statue stands 11 meters tall and weighs over 120 tons. It originally sat inside a temple hall, but after multiple typhoons and mass tsunami destroyed the building in the 15th century, the Buddha was left standing outdoors, where it remained for over 500 years. After starting the day late, ending here felt like a perfect reminder to slow down and appreciate where you are. Kamakura is busy, but this moment was peaceful, a pause to just breathe. So that's Kamakura in a single day. Would you try to fit all this into one day, or spend the whole day just on Enoshima? Comment below and let me know, and if you've been enjoying this Japan series, subscribe. Next, we're heading more south into Edo.